Hello, it's Abel from Morphe once again. This is the tutorial video for the Medieval Tunnel Expansion Pack 1. I do want to say that this expansion pack is to be used with the Medieval Tunnel system, the base kit that I sell. It's modular and made to fit those pieces together, so you can buy this as a standalone set, but you'll find it hard to make a tunnel system without the base set, just to let you know. In this tutorial I'm going to go ahead and cover a couple of the larger sections here that plug into the tunnel system and let you know how they work and what needs to be done to get them to work correctly and seamlessly. There's 7 tunnel sections and 4 props that come with this expansion pack 1, and I'm going to go through individually and show you how to use each one. Okay, I'm going to start off with the tunnel multi-level hatch. You can see it in my inventory here under my pieces section in my expansion pack. If you notice this little icon here, it's a broken up object, which is a little bit different than the solid little boxes that you see here. This means that the pieces actually several objects together saved into the inventory unlinked, and this is done for a specific purpose. I wanted to point this out because it's always best to have your edit window open when you res multi-piece objects such as this one. You'll see the wooden doors for the entrance pit is the same way. You can get your little icon pulled up here and see the broken blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the multi-level hatch and res this out. Now this does look similar to the hatch set in the base set, but what this does, this allows you to have multi-level tunnels, so you have this tunnel system that might have 2 levels in it, and this is exactly 6 meters as I discussed in the first set, so it'll fit perfectly from floor to floor if you're running tunnels and using the 2-meter rise sections. What I've done with this is, well, first of all, I'm going to snap it all right to the grid, select both pieces and put these in exact increments, 750, 230, 225, perfect. So what this will allow you to do is have a lower dungeon that, say you are moving in a northerly fashion, this tunnel will plug in here. This top tunnel is swivelable. If you select it and take this and you can move it 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 270 degrees. It allows you to have a rise or a fall and continue your tunnel in any of the 4 directions, which makes it kind of handy. The swivel point and the design of both pieces are exactly on center, so when you rotate it your hatch doesn't mess up and everything looks the same. I found this would probably be very versatile if you have a multi-level tunnel system. Okay, here I have resed is the water chamber 1 with the stone table in the center of it, which is where I kind of designed it for, what I kind of designed it for. This is just a basic, little bit more of a decorative tunnel piece. It has the water on the sides. The reason that I wanted to cover this real quick is you might want to take this and drop it down and use linden water as your water here on the sides. So what you'd have to do is select your object. If you wanted that option, I made the water removable in here. So you'd select your object and come up to edit linked parts and just click on the water here. You can see I have it selected, and hit Control Shift L, and that'll unlink it. Move that up and hit delete on your keyboard, and then do that one more time because I do have 2 levels or 2 layers of water. So select your next piece, Control Shift L to unlink it, and raise it up just to make sure you have it, and then hit delete. Now you have your empty water chamber, and this can be moved, like I said, down below the Linden water, so you can use that fantastic effect that the Linden water provides. Okay, here we have an entrance pit. This, yes, was derived from one of our favorite video games that we saw on Skyrim. I just thought it would be a cool option for going down and entering into the pit. It had an impact on me when I played the game, so I figured I'd make one too. This is pretty straightforward. You make your land up here. You can cut a big hole into it and position that right over top of the pit. And there's a little bit of a shadow, if you can see it, going around the edge, so it still gives you that shadowy effect, and it matches the rest of the pit here. All the physics, are fine for it. And here's your tunnel section right here that go down into your tunnels. Now the doors do res separately, as I mentioned just a little bit ago. You take the doors out and first open up your edit window. Take your doors out, which will be entrance pit wooden doors, and res those out together. And then while you have them both selected, you can just move these into place, and they should snap to the grid. There we go. And they are pre-scripted with the Pascal store scripts, so you shouldn't have any problems with those. And okay, here's the pool room. This is a end chamber, it's not a through chamber. And I just put like a little oasis, kind of like spa inside of it, as you can see here. The candle sconces were made for this room, but you can use them anywhere. Let me see if I can res one of those out here. Pool room candle holder. Let's res that out here. And just kind of a nice little matching wall sconce. That's 3 prims. Well worth it if you ask me. You can move these up against the wall. Excuse me. Move these up against the wall like that. And you have your lighting, and you can put one on each bare spot of the wall. Again, you can see there's no water in the pool. I left this out, so in the event you wanted to use the SL water once again, you can lower this down to the SL water and get that effect. Or you can optionally, I included pool room water, which will be right here. You can res this out. I'm going to spin it around here. And this should snap, once you have your water chamber snapped to the right coordinates, this should snap perfectly. Let me see, I don't. There we go. This should snap perfectly in place. This is a phantom piece, by the way, just so you can walk into it and do your bathing or whatever it is you want to do. It has a nice little effect. You can see on the ceiling I put a little bit of fractals from the water reflection, which kind of looks neat at night. Here we have the tunnel dead end, which is just an optional dead end for the tunnel kit. It's just a boarded up, unfinished tunnel digging process, I guess is what you would call it. Just a nice little effect, little 3D effect. You can see the stones back there. that's unfinished. Okay, last but not least, I have the 4 accessories that go with the expansion pack here. The stone table, which we covered, goes inside the water chamber or anywhere you want to use it. It's just a rough stone table, nothing fancy, but it matches. A casket for the catacomb room, which I had not showed you. That's pretty straightforward. Just a tunnel section with some arches on the side where you can put your tombs or your caskets or display statues or whatever you wish to. We have the candle sconce here that I covered with the pool room. And this here is just a decorative arch piece that I made for inside the tunnel. I wanted to specify that I do have this set to Phantom, which means you cannot link it. And I have it set to Phantom because you can see right here the land impact is 2. I'm still working on trying to get the physics down to where you can have it as a prim type and be able to link it and have a low land impact count. But I wasn't happy with the way that this one came out, so I figured it wouldn't be a big deal to keep it unlinked. You can change it to prim type in your features tab, but that's going to take your land impact up to 8, which is highly excessive for just a little trim piece right here. And then, you know, if you do take it to the prim physics shape and use the 8 Li, you can link this, but I wouldn't. I don't think you need to. I'm going to switch that back to Convex Hull. Keep it Phantom. You can use this for if you have a hard time matching up one of your seams or a problem or a little gap or something. You can use this to fill that gap. You can take it and widen it if you so choose to, if your gap's too big. I just thought it would be a nice touch and maybe help you out in a pinch or a bind. Okay, the last 2 sections that I did not go over is the tunnel Y section, which is right here, and here is the catacomb one with the casket in it. This is just a throughway tunnel connection that you can use in the kit. Plugs right in like everything else, and here's the ledges that I was telling you. You can put your dead bodies on, statues, display anything, maybe a little water feature you could find, who knows. I'll leave that up to you. And then the Y section, which I thought would be a cool addition, is just a simple split, and you can turn your tunnels off and make them go in different directions from here. Up, down, left, right, whatever works for you. I think that will do it for the expansion pack 1 video tutorial. If you have any questions about this, just drop me a line in World or leave me a message at Morphe Incorporated on Facebook. I guess I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.